In this next problem, we want to find representations of the point 3 comma pi over 6 for various circumstances. For example, we want to find the point that would be in the exact same location as 3 comma pi over 6, where r is positive, but the angle theta is between 2 pi and 4 pi. Basically, to do this, all we need to do is introduce one full revolution to the angle. One full revolution is obtained by adding 2 pi to the angle. So we take 3 comma 2 pi plus pi over 6. That would give me 3 comma 13 pi over 6. If I was to draw this angle, if I would draw this point, the angle would be obtained by taking one full revolution and then another pi over 6 radians on top of that. So that angle would be 13 pi over 6. Then, for the radius r, I go 1, 2, 3 units out on the terminal side, and I have the same point. Suppose instead that I wanted r to be less than 0 with the angle theta between 0 and 2 pi. Well, in this circumstance, because I want r to be negative, I need my angle to be in the opposite direction of the terminal side of, say, this guy. Therefore, I'm going to add pi radians to my point, and then I'm going to let my value r be negative. So I'm going to have negative 3 and then pi plus pi over 6. That would give me negative 3 comma 7 pi over 6. To help you visualize this, we draw a graph. I have my polar axis. I then draw my angle as 7 pi over 6, which is pi radians, gives me a 180 degree turn, and then another pi over 6. So there's the angle 7 pi over 6. Because r is negative, I go in the opposite direction of the terminal side of the angle and then count off 1, 2, 3 units, and I end up at the same point. You should agree that that angle right there would be pi over 6. Let's do one more. In this last problem, we're going to have r greater than 0 again, but this time we want the angle theta to be negative. In fact, we want it to be between negative 2 pi and 0. So, because we want the angle to be between negative 2 pi and 0, all we really need to do is subtract 2 pi from the angle, and we get 3 comma negative 11 pi over 6. Again, to help you visualize this, we draw our polar axis. Because the angle is negative, we go in the clockwise direction. There's the angle of negative 11 pi over 6. You should agree that that angle would be pi over 6. And then we go 1, 2, 3 units on the terminal side to get the point. So all three of these represent the same point in the polar coordinate system.